How many times have you told yourself that I can't do this, or I will never be good enough, or I'm not going to be successful? Honey, your brain is literally wired to believe everything that you tell it. And that goes with positive thoughts as well. Your brain doesn't know when you're lying. Your brain can't see, right? Your brain doesn't have eyes. So everything that you tell your brain and tell yourself, it's going to believe it, right? And we are so programmed to think negatively, right? I say right quite a lot, sorry. But we see negativity everywhere we go. The news, social media, the people we interact with, the things we consume, like food, products, everything is negative. And no wonder we are programmed to think negatively. But we can rewire your brain to change that, to have a more positive life and just think more positively, because what is a life to live if it's constantly this negative battle we have to face every single day? So have you ever had it, right, where you do, like, you think negatively? And I remember this happened to me quite a lot. Like, whenever something bad will happen, like, it would just trigger, like, emotions, and obviously emotions trigger actions, right? So if I got upset or angry, then I would act that way, and then however I would act, I would then get that back, if that makes sense. And then the cycle would carry on. I would have so many other things happening to me because I was triggered by the things that was originally happening to me, and rightfully so. I feel like we should have some emotions to some things, but it's actually learning how to not react to it. So I've got some stats to show, because I think it's really important to have stats to back up what we're actually saying. So neuroscientists say that around 90% of our thoughts are repetitive, and 80% of those are negative thoughts. So 80% of the thoughts that we think are negative. Now that's going to have a massive impact on our whole life, our whole well-being, how we portray the world, how we do everything, right? Because our brain basically controls what we do, doesn't it? Like our whole body, near enough. So 80% of our thoughts are negative. That's really bad, guys. Like, we need to change. We need to switch it up. We need to change that, because if 80% of our thoughts are negative, then technically 80% of our life is negative. Do we really want to be living like that, honey? I don't think so. I don't. We have around 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts a day, meaning if you don't constantly choose new ones, you're reinforcing the same old mindset daily. So we have a lot of thoughts a day, right? So if we're not choosing to switch up our mindset, then that's how we're going to think all the time. We're just going to think negatively all the time. The concept of neuroplasticity proves the brain can literally rewire itself. Your thoughts can reshape neural connections at any age. So it doesn't matter what age or what you are, you can rewire your brain, okay, guys? So for example, if you're waking up thinking, I'm stressed, your brain fires the same pathways that release stress hormones, and that becomes your normal. But if you start your day with, I'm calm, I've got this, over time your brain adjusts to that too, which I can completely agree, because honestly, this is coming from someone who was such a negative person. Like, I was negative all the time. I would cry all the time. My anxiety would be so bad all the time. I would react to anything that would happen, like even on the road, like if there was a red light, or if someone just annoyed me, or someone was going slow, like I would react to that. And then things would happen to me all the time, and I would always react to it. But now I've got to a place where I literally just don't react. I'm not going to waste my energy that I need to preserve on stuff that isn't going to serve me. Like, for example, I've lost my job, right? I'm unemployed. I don't have a job at the moment. Yesterday, I had to spend £200 on my car because my brakes have gone. I was just like, okay, it is what it is, it's got to be done. Like, what's the point in me reacting to something that's not going to serve me? What's the point? There's literally no point wasting your energy. You can literally use that energy for something useful. And that's just how I deal with life now. I am such a more happier person because I'm not going to let the little things worry me or stress me. I'm just so calm. I'm just so calm about things. And I hope I can get you to a place where you're calm as well. I hope I'm making sense as well. I've never been the best with explaining things, but I hope if I give my side, then you can kind of understand that I'm not just talking BS, I think we need to remember as well that most of our thoughts aren't you. I think a lot of people have dealt with a lot of trauma in life, especially from the childhood. I don't think people actually understand how much what you go through in your childhood actually impacts your life and your adulthood. So because your brain is literally a sponge as a child, it's literally going to soak up everything negative that has been said to you, that has happened to you, that has been done to you, and that is going to go to you through your adult life. So if someone constantly thinks they're ugly or they're fat or they're not good at this, they're not good at that, they're never going to be good enough, that's because they have been conditioned as a child to think and feel that way, which is so sad because I come across it with so many people all the time, and it makes me sad because I'm like, I know that's because that's something that happened to you as a child. And whenever, like, say, like a documentary, like a murder has happened or someone has done something bad, I always instantly think, okay, well, what happened to them as a child? Because probably 90% of the time it leads back to that. So we internalize the patterns from our parents, our teachers, just from anyone that we've come in contact with growing up. And a lot of the time it's because these people have also been conditioned that way. It's like this continuous cycle that doesn't seem to break, and a continuous cycle of people who have unhealed trauma. I think that's a big part of it as well. People don't seem to heal from their trauma, so therefore it goes on to the generations, the next generation, to the next generation, and I'm trying to break that. I'm trying to break that goddamn cycle. Even though I don't want children, I want that cycle to break, and I want to hopefully teach a lot of people so they can break the cycle as well, because we are all in a planet and on Earth where there's too many people who have unhealed trauma, who then become not good people. There's too much negativity in the world. There's too many bad people in the world. And it's time to change that. It's time to have a more positive planet, because the world is actually such a beautiful place. And if we just let it be beautiful, come together as one, because we should. Why is there such a battle between each other? Like, I don't get it. We just need more love and peace in this world, and it makes me so sad. So obviously over time your brain becomes this subconscious autopilot, so you will be thinking things subconsciously, right? So you're not going to know when you're thinking things. But what I can say is, if you feel a thought coming, or you notice that trigger, it's really important to identify it and then notice how you're going to react to that. It's all about self-awareness, okay? So, say something happens to you, whatever happens to you in your life you think would be bad, it's not going, oh, why is it always happened to me? Why is it always me? You have to find the lesson. You have to find the lesson in why that thing has happened to you. I've always say in life, things and people are a lesson or a blessing. So that thing has happened to you for a reason. Without a doubt, it's to teach you or to bless you in a sense. So it's either to teach you to try not to react to things. It's not about ignoring the negative thought, it's not letting it take over. It's not letting it consume your whole identity and whole life. So notice your thoughts without judging them. Like, it's normal to have negative thoughts. I think that's what we need to understand. But it's important to recognise it and reframe it, restructure it, redirect the thoughts. So I actually teach my friend this. She's actually done so well. I'm really proud of her. But she always really struggled with her like image and self-worth, and I would always tell her, like, notice when that negative thought is coming in. You need to say stop. Tell your brain to actually stop, because people think their brain controls them, but that's BS. You control your brain, right? You can control your brain. So I say to her, just say stop. Tell yourself stop. She would think, like, say someone doesn't like her. I'm like, well, why wouldn't they not like you? Like, what would be their reason? Like, they don't have a reason not to like you. And even if they don't like you, then that's a problem on them. They don't know you. They have no reason not to like you. And even if they don't like you, like, so what? We don't need everyone to like us or love us. You know, it's probably a reflection on them and something that they need to deal with themselves. It's always like trying to reframe your thoughts. Or if she says she doesn't like how she looks, and I'd tell her to go look in the mirror every day and tell yourself something that you love about yourself. And it can be small. Just be like, oh, I really like how I did my hair today, or I really like my eyebrows. It's baby steps. These sort of things isn't an overnight job. It's going to take time. So when retraining your thoughts, it's not about replacing it with something that's not believable. So instead of saying I'm a failure, you can say I'm learning, because we're all learning. Every day is a learning day. Like, we're not all perfect, you know. We don't know everything. Or saying, oh, I'm really bad at this. Saying, oh, I'm getting better at this. You know, it's all about reframing it. And obviously consistency really matters. If you're doing something consistently, your brain is going to pick up on it quicker. It's going to pick up on it more. And then the more you do something, the more you're going to learn it, the more it's going to latch on, you know. I've been doing this maybe like a year and a half now, and I'm not perfect at it, but I'm so much better than I was like 2 years ago. My thoughts 2 years ago were so bad, like so bad, and I don't think people actually understand how important your environment is around you. So if you constantly surround yourself with negative people, then you are going to think negative. Sorry to say, but you are. I had to remove a lot of people out of my life because they're just so negative. People seem to thrive off negativity, and I'm just like, no, I'm just not about that. I'm a person who feels something a lot, and if I can feel people's negative energy, I'm like, no, that's way too expensive for me. Yeah, that's way too expensive for my peace. And I will not have those people around me. These people need to learn to heal and to love, and I'm sure these people will do it on their own time. So you need to surround yourself with people and environment that is going to align with the person that you want to be and want to become. So studies show affirmations and positive talk can reduce stress by up to 40% and improve problem solving under pressure. So if you're consistently doing your positive talk and affirmations, they can reduce your stress up to 40%. That's nearly half. So better get talking to that mirror, girl, because it's time. So I'm going to give you a task, and obviously you don't have to do it. It's just to help you, really. But obviously it's not homework. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, okay? But I want you to try and catch a negative thought and challenge it. Write it down, reframe it, repeat it every single day, because you will now be teaching yourself this whole new language. You know, your brain isn't going to be used to these positive thoughts. So yeah, catch it, write it down, reframe it, and let me know how it goes. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for today, besties. I hope you enjoyed this one. I love you, and I'll catch you in the next one.